The U.S. Congress recently passed a stopgap funding bill to avert a government shutdown. This bill did not include the additional aid for Ukraine that the Biden administration had requested. This highlights the growing political divide over U.S. involvement in the conflict. Many Republicans have strong reservations about further financial support to Ukraine. The absence of Ukraine aid does not signal the end of U.S. support. It underscores the challenges in securing congressional approval for future aid packages. The stopgap funding bill provided a temporary solution, but the debate over Ukraine aid is far from over. Despite the recent setback in Congress, the Biden administration has reaffirmed its commitment to supporting Ukraine. The administration is actively preparing a new aid package to bolster Ukraine's defense capabilities and address urgent humanitarian needs. This package is expected to include a range of military equipment, ammunition, and economic assistance. The Biden administration is exploring various avenues to expedite the delivery of aid to Ukraine. This includes utilizing existing authorities to provide assistance without requiring immediate congressional approval. The administration is also engaging in diplomatic efforts to rally international support for Ukraine and coordinate aid contributions from partner nations. The new aid package is a clear signal that the Biden administration remains resolute in its support for Ukraine. The administration recognizes that a Russian victory in Ukraine would have profound consequences for international security and the rules-based global order. The Biden administration faces the challenge of maintaining a steady flow of assistance to Ukraine while navigating a complex political landscape both domestically and internationally. The success of these efforts will be crucial in determining the outcome of the conflict and shaping the future of Europe. The debate over Ukraine aid has exposed a deep partisan divide in Congress regarding U.S. foreign policy and the role of American leadership in the world. While there is bipartisan support for Ukraine, there are sharp disagreements over U.S. involvement. Many argue the U.S. has a moral obligation to support Ukraine against Russian aggression. They view the conflict as a battle between democracy and authoritarianism. In contrast, some Republicans question the wisdom of continued U.S. involvement. They cite concerns about financial costs and the need to prioritize domestic issues. This debate reflects a broader discussion about the future of U.S. foreign policy. Section 4. Implications for Ukraine, a race against time. The delay in U.S. aid could not come at a more critical time for Ukraine. Ukrainian forces are engaged in a fierce counteroffensive against entrenched Russian positions. They are heavily reliant on Western military equipment and ammunition to sustain their operations. Any disruption in the flow of aid could have a significant impact on their ability to liberate occupied territories. The lack of new funding creates uncertainty and anxiety among the Ukrainian people who have endured immense suffering since the Russian invasion. The war has displaced millions, devastated the economy, and left deep scars on Ukrainian society. Continued international support is essential for Ukraine to rebuild and recover from the devastation of the conflict. The delay in U.S. aid also provides an opportunity for Russia to regroup and strengthen its defenses. Russia has shown a willingness to employ brutal tactics and target civilian infrastructure. Prolonging the conflict will only lead to more suffering and destruction. The coming weeks and months will be critical for Ukraine. A steady and predictable flow of military and financial assistance from the West is essential for Ukraine to succeed on the battlefield and ultimately achieve a just and lasting peace. Section 5. Global Repercussions, a test of U.S. leadership and resolve. The situation in Ukraine has far-reaching implications for global security and the rules-based international order. Russia's unprovoked invasion of a sovereign nation has shattered long-held norms and raised profound questions about the future of Europe. The U.S. response to the crisis is being closely watched by allies and adversaries alike. American leadership and resolve are essential for deterring further aggression and maintaining a stable international system. A failure to support Ukraine would send a dangerous signal to other authoritarian regimes that they can act with impunity. The conflict in Ukraine also has significant economic consequences. The war has disrupted global supply chains, fueled inflation, and exacerbated energy insecurity. The U.S. and its allies have imposed unprecedented sanctions on Russia. but these measures have also had an impact on the global economy. The war in Ukraine is a defining moment for the international community. The outcome of the conflict will have a profound impact on the future of global security, the rules-based international order, and the balance of power in the 21st century.